Have you ever thought about why living where you grew up seems impossible these days? Why cities are expensive, why the countryside isn't always cheaper, and why your car and your house might be quietly eating your financial freedom? Today, we're going to explore how our choices in housing, transportation, and lifestyle intersect with our finances and why the systems around us make it harder than ever to live the way we want. Let's start with cities. Big urban centers are expensive. No surprise there. Rent in a capital city can be astronomical, yet salaries don't always keep up with the cost of living. Moving to a smaller city or rural area doesn't automatically solve the problem either. Sometimes life is even more expensive than you expect, especially when transportation, groceries, and other hidden costs are factored in. The reality is that financial independence and the freedom to live comfortably isn't just about how much you earn. It's also about how much you spend and how efficiently you can structure your life. That's where concepts like the FIRE movement come in. The idea behind FIRE, or financial independence retire early, isn't about retiring at 30 and doing nothing. It's about taking control of your time and expenses, understanding how much you really need to be happy, and making choices that let you live closer to that number. Reducing unnecessary spending, particularly on cars, is a huge part of this. Many households overpay for vehicles, including loans, insurance, maintenance, and fuel, without realizing how much of their potential wealth is disappearing every year. Living car-free or car-light, choosing dense urban living close to work and amenities, and treating transportation as a luxury rather than a necessity can free up both time and money. Those savings, invested over decades, can amount to hundreds of thousands or even millions, giving you more freedom than simply earning more ever could. But transportation and city living are only one side of the story. Housing is where the crisis hits hardest. Take Clifton, Virginia, for example. It's a charming, historic town, but most people can't afford to live there anymore. Over the decades, zoning restrictions, single-family home mandates, minimum lot sizes, and historic preservation laws have all limited the housing supply. Back in the post-war era, as America exploded with car-oriented suburbs, towns like Clifton became rare pockets of preserved history. They couldn't expand like surrounding neighborhoods, which made them highly desirable and consequently very expensive. This pattern repeats across the country. Nationwide, around 75% of land is zoned exclusively for single-family homes. That means most people are blocked from building the kind of housing that suits their needs, whether it's duplexes, townhomes, starter homes, or backyard cottages. The result is a dramatic mismatch between supply and demand, with home prices far outpacing median incomes. A home that cost $70,000 in 1975 can now be worth over $800,000, while household incomes have barely doubled over the same period. The post-war development pattern of building everything at once and expecting it to stay static has robbed future generations of flexibility, autonomy, and the ability to enter the housing market affordably. There are solutions, though. Incremental reforms, such as allowing single-family homes to be converted into duplexes or triplexes, permitting backyard cottages, legalizing starter homes, eliminating minimum lot size requirements, repealing parking mandates, and streamlining approval processes can create opportunities for more people to access housing that works for them. These changes don't just increase supply, they create communities where people can choose homes that fit their families, lifestyles, and budgets. Instead of being forced into one expensive option, the pattern is clear. Urban or rural, city or countryside, the structures around us, zoning laws, transportation requirements, historic preservation, and societal norms shape the way we live and spend. By understanding these systems and making intentional choices about where to live, how we travel, and what we spend, we can regain control of both our finances and our freedom. It's not just about money, it's about time, mental space, and the ability to build a life that aligns with our values. Whether you invest, Live car free or advocate for more flexible housing policies, the first step is awareness. From Clifton to your own city, the rules can change, but only if people start taking the first steps. Ultimately, financial independence, smart living, and attainable housing all boil down to one idea: freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to spend your time as you want, and freedom to live without systems dictating your every move. That freedom is available, but only to those willing to understand the system and navigate it intentionally.
This information is brought to you by Ramakrishna Surathu, author of the book You Are God, founder, developer, and chief executive officer of the self sustainable city